Welcome back to Who Died Today, where we celebrate the lives and legacies of remarkable individuals who have recently left us. In today's episode, we reflect on the incredible journeys of NBA legend George McGinnis, a martial arts icon's beloved mother, and a trailblazing political figure overcoming personal battles. Their stories remind us of the resilience, love, and dedication that define a lasting legacy. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more heartfelt tributes and updates. Let's dive in. George McGinnis, the rise, fall, and legacy of an NBA legend. George F. McGinnis, a name synonymous with power, passion, and perseverance on the basketball court. But beyond the games, the awards, and the accolades, lies a story of triumph, challenges, and a legacy that will never be forgotten. Born in Indianapolis on August 12, 1950, George's journey began in a modest neighborhood where his love for basketball ignited. His talent was undeniable, and by the time he reached George Washington High School, he was already a local legend. But what most people don't know is that George's journey to the NBA wasn't just about basketball. It was about resilience, about overcoming the odds, facing personal struggles, and defying expectations. He held his degrees in exercise science and at the same time became a key player for the Hoosiers in 1970. His time at Indiana Hoosiers in 1970, his time at Indiana University was short but impactful. He showcased his incredible versatility and basketball IQ, becoming a key player for the Hoosiers. But his rise was only beginning. In 1971, George entered the professional world, first playing in the ABA and later in the NBA. His time with the Philadelphia 76ers from 1975 to 1978 was nothing short of spectacular. McGinnis was a force, a dominant presence on the court, and quickly became a fan favorite. His athleticism, his size at 6'8", and his explosive style made him one of the most feared players of his era. He was even a two-time ABA All-Star and was named to the All-ABA First Team in 1975. But like many athletes, George's career wasn't without its ups and downs. He faced moments of controversy, both on and off the court, and struggled with consistency at times. After his years with the 76ers, he moved to the Denver Nuggets in 1978, where his career took another turn. McGinnis continued to show flashes of brilliance, but injuries and the changing dynamics of the league would eventually impact his career. Behind the powerful dunks and intense games, George McGinnis was more than just a basketball player. He was a father, a mentor, a friend. Those who knew him best remember his loyalty, his work ethic, and the humility that never left him, no matter how high he climbed. It was never just about basketball. His commitment to family, his deep ties to his hometown of Indianapolis, and his undeniable love for his community shaped the man he became. Through it all, George's strength wasn't just in his game. It was in the heart he poured into everything he did. After retiring from the NBA, George McGinnis stayed connected to the game, mentoring young players and giving back to his community. But it wasn't always easy. Like many athletes, he faced personal battles, and the shadows of his career followed him long after he left the court. But in every challenge, George remained true to himself, showing us all the importance of resilience, not just in sports, but in life. Sadly, George McGinnis passed away on December 14, 2023, at the age of 73. His death leaves a hole not just in the world of basketball, but in the hearts of those who loved him. He may no longer be with us, but his legacy, his impact, will forever live on. George's story reminds us that the true measure of a man isn't just in his wins, but in his character. His legacy is not just in the trophies or the stats, but in the lives he touched and the lessons he taught. What's your favorite memory of George McGinnis? Share it with us in the comments below, and let's continue to honor his incredible legacy. Chuck Norris, the untold truth about his rise, fall, and heartbreaking loss. Exercise. Chuck Norris, a name that's become synonymous with invincibility, strength, and those unforgettable roundhouse kicks. But behind the tough guy persona lies a man whose journey is full of surprising twists, battles, not just on screen, but in life itself. And today, we uncover more than you ever imagined: the hidden journey of a scared filmmaker and a telephone key operator who discovers the bittersweet sadness that makes him who he is. Born in 1940, Chuck's early years were far from glamorous. Raised in poverty, he found solace in studying martial arts and excelling in academia. But it was his relentless spirit and dedication that eventually took him to the world stage. A world champion karate fighter, his skills caught Hollywood's attention, and by the 1970s, Chuck became the action star we all know. First with Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon, and then with his iconic roles in Missing in Action and Walker, Texas Ranger. His rise to fame wasn't without its challenges, though. Chuck's life was marked by controversy, from personal battles to the infamous jokes about his superhuman feats. Yet, through all of it, one constant remained: the love and lessons from the woman who shaped him, his mother. Wilma Norris Knight, a woman of unwavering faith and endless love, was Chuck's guiding light. She taught him the value of kindness, compassion, and resilience, even when life threw its hardest punches. A mother who, despite facing poverty, loss, and illness, always put others first. She was 103 when she passed away this week, her light dimming after a lifetime of giving. Chuck once said, "Her laughter filled our home with joy, and her hugs made us feel safe." Those words resonate now as the world mourns the loss of the woman who shaped one of the toughest men alive. Wilma, whose love was a beacon, has left us, but her lessons, her faith, and her legacy will live on forever. Behind the camera, behind the fame, Chuck was always a son first. His mother's passing is a heartbreaking reminder that even legends have their moments of vulnerability. But even in grief, Chuck carries the strength she instilled in him. And as he continues to fight for what he believes in, one thing is certain: Chuck Norris may be tough, but his love for his mother is unbreakable. Now, we want to hear from you. What was your favorite Chuck Norris moment, and how do you think his mother shaped his journey? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, though Wilma may be gone, her legacy, like Chuck's, will live on, stronger than ever. Right now, Nancy Pelosi, the untold story of power, sacrifice, and a heartbreaking loss. Recorded copyright, 1987 by Scratch Cassette Company. Nancy Pelosi, a name we all associate with power, courage, and political revolution. But behind the Speaker of the House, behind the headlines, there's a woman whose life has been filled with personal sacrifices, challenges, and an unshakable dedication to her values. Let's take a closer look at the woman behind the title. Born in 1940, Nancy grew up in a family of politicians where public service was a way of life. From the start, she knew she had to fight for what she believed in. But this wasn't just about politics. It was about making a real difference, no matter the cost. As the first woman ever to serve as Speaker of the House, Nancy broke barriers that had stood for centuries. She led the charge on healthcare reform, stood tall in times of crisis, and became a symbol of resilience. But there's a side to her story we don't always hear: the quiet moments of doubt, the personal losses, and the weight of leading a divided nation. Nancy's journey hasn't been without its struggles. From controversial decisions to harsh criticism, her path hasn't always been easy. But through it all, one thing has remained constant: her love for family, her unbreakable bond with those she loves, and her unwavering commitment to serve. And now, as we watch her fight through another battle, one that's personal, we remember the legacy she's building, not just in politics, but in our hearts. Just this week, Pelosi sustained an injury while traveling in Luxembourg, and though it's a tough time, she's showing the same strength she always has. But this isn't the only heartbreak in her life. Earlier this year, Pelosi lost her beloved mother. her mother, who had been her guiding light, her strength. A woman who taught Nancy the true meaning of resilience, kindness, and dedication. Losing her mother has been a blow that even the strongest of leaders can't escape. Through all of this, the victories, the falls, the losses, Nancy Pelosi stands tall, as she always has. And though she's facing a difficult moment now, one thing is clear: her legacy is far from over. The world will always remember Nancy Pelosi, not just as a leader, but as a woman who gave everything to make this country better. Nancy Pelosi is still here, still fighting, and her story isn't over yet. Thank you for joining us as we honored these incredible lives and their lasting impact. If their stories moved you, share your favorite memories or thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our tributes to those who've shaped our world. Until next time, let's continue celebrating the legacies that inspire us all.